I moved to Louisiana from Cincinnati when I was only 7 years old, and it was a difficult transition as I tried to acclimate myself to the new culture. But as I began to explore the new environment around me, I also began to explore the deep and complex menu of the Louisiana cuisine. Living 30 or so minutes outside of New Orleans, we were at the cultural hub of the entire state. New types of seafood like crocodile, shrimp, and alligator greeted my taste buds, and the new culture set the boundaries of what I knew was edible and how food could be prepared. As I continued to eat these types of food, my regional identity began to change as well. No longer was I just a kid from Ohio. I was slowly becoming a Louisianan with a taste for Cajun spices. But none of these dishes define New Orleans food culture more than beignets. And they're these small little fried pieces of dough smothered in powdered sugar and can be served with chocolate or strawberry sauce. However, I prefer mine plain. The first time I had one was about 6 months after the move. Coming home from work as normal, my dad brought home a not-so-normal greasy brown paper bag. I had heard of the infamous New Orleans po' boys and the greasy bag that they were carried in and thought this was what I was about to encounter, but I could not have been more wrong. With a puff of white powdered sugar, I opened the bag, and under that thick layer of powdered sugar lay the small pieces of dough. I quickly grabbed one, trying to scrape as much powdered sugar as I could along the way. And then came the first bite. Man, that first bite. You know, it was like the outside, it began to crackle and it revealed a soft hot center. And then the steam from the inside just wafted upwards and warmed my face, and the powdered sugar, it was just everywhere. It was like, you know, my shirt, my face, my hair. It was like someone poured a bucket of it all over me. And Foster claims that food is food, but at that moment, he could not have been more wrong. That beignet was something more. However, as I reflect upon that experience, I finally understand what he's saying. The food can be anything. It's what it means to you that carries the most significance. That beignet was one of the best things I'd probably ever tasted up until that point, but it was also a confirmation of my cultural transformation. My whole diet and preferences to different types of food had changed. Savrin says, "Tell me what you eat, and I'll tell you who you are." Not tell me where you come from or tell you where you are, because those things are not what define us. There is no doubt that where I currently live has a significant cultural impact on me. But every time I eat a beignet, it reminds me of my own identity, bringing me back to Mandeville, Louisiana, and that precious first bite.